Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm filming this on Saturday, April 11th. I'll be posting it on Monday. So I hope that everybody had a lovely Easter since you'll be watching this after Easter. I hope everybody enjoyed some nice online church service and just still celebrated with family. Hopefully you were able to find some Easter food at the store. I know finding food has been a struggle here, but we're fine. I just really pray everybody's been doing okay through all of this. Feel free to chat in the comments. But today's video, I decided that I was going to do something a little bit different. I do have a video ready about the homemade deodorant that I was going to share that I've already mentioned, but I'm going to hold off on that for one more week because I thought this topic might be a little bit more important at the moment. I'm posting our new quarantine schedule. I know lots of people having kids home now, and even if you were homeschooling before, just things are different because you're not going out to co-op, you're not going out with your activities. Everybody's schedule looks different now, whether you're working from home or not, and because everybody's home and your kids are home with you. So I've seen a few suggested schedules floating around out there, and I was just adding one more voice to the mix to give you more options and just to share how we are scheduling our time. And I did mention last video that we had switched up our routine and that it's been helping a lot, and it's still, in my opinion, been helping just us get throughout our days. And even if you don't have anything planned and if you're not going anywhere, it's still useful to have some sort of driving force to your day so you feel like you're still getting things accomplished, and also you can have free time and stuff without having a nagging feeling of, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing this. Because if you plan for it at certain times, you can relax and be more in the moment during the activities you are doing because you know, oh, that's scheduled this time later, I will get to it or whatever. Anyway, a rambly way to say that I'm going to go through a quarantine schedule for you today. It'll mostly not be my face. I'll be showing you, I just wrote it out on paper, and I'll go through and voice each day of the week, which looks a little bit different, to give you an idea of a potential quarantine schedule. And here we go. Hope you enjoy. Okay, we start out the week on Sunday. Kind of sleep in this day. 9 a.m. Usually when my son wakes up, he comes into our room, and we might still actually be sleeping a little bit longer. I know we are just not morning people to begin with. But anyway, so we'll sleep in, and we let him watch either Brave Wilderness, which is a YouTube channel, or Wildcrats in the morning. And then by 10 a.m., we're starting on morning things and leaving things. And our morning things, when I say morning things to my son, he knows that that means making his bed, opening blinds, getting dressed, washing hands, and eating breakfast. So he's got a 5-step thing there for morning things. And leaving things is brush teeth, wash face, comb hair. So he gets that all done, and you can see that I just make it easy on myself and do everything by the hour. Obviously, it doesn't take a whole hour for some of these things. For example, we might get started on morning things a little bit before 10, or say, something, like maybe, well, this usually does take about an hour. Let's say it doesn't take a whole hour, then there's some free time built in. It's just during that hour time frame is when we accomplish the things on the schedule. So that's throughout. Okay, anyway, moving on. So once we get our morning things and leaving things done, by 11, we come back into the bedroom and we watch church online. At noon, he has typing practice and computer skills. And then I put for myself, I sometimes will do some research on Pinterest and things like that while he's working on this. He usually does this with his dad, the typing practice. And sometimes for computer skills, we're letting him do a little bit of Minecraft as well during that noon hour. Then lunch at 1. We never meal plan our lunches. We usually just get lunch type items to keep on hand, and then we just eat whatever for lunch throughout the week. And then we do meal plan dinners. And breakfast, my husband and I don't eat breakfast, but my son will get, a yogurt and then 2 different types of like breakfast bar options during his morning things time. Anyway, after lunch from 2 up until 4 is just a free play time where my husband will usually work on yard work. And then sometimes my son can even help with that. But he's inside playing if my husband's out mowing. But then otherwise, if he's not mowing, he can be outside for the free play. And that's also when my husband works on his to-do list items. So yard work and to-do list is kind of when he gets his things done Sunday afternoon. And then I also can be working on to-do list. And sometimes this is when I might be editing video or things like that to get ready for Monday. Let's see. And then 4 and 5 p.m., that's just outside time and hobby time. So time that I'm starting to work on some painting and maybe playing some of my instruments. Usually my son is happy to just play outside, but he also has been doing some art projects. And so we just try to get a lot more outside time on Sunday. As you can see, that's a big chunk, basically from 2 through 5, a lot of outdoor time. And then 6, depending on the weather. 6 p.m., we're having dinner, and we often try to Zoom with family while we're eating dinner on Sundays. Then that goes into a movie night, and then, which sometimes goes later than 8, but then once the movie is over, then we go into evening things. When I say evening things, that's usually for my son. Then he closes blinds, gets some PJs. We do books, except for actually on Sunday we don't do books because usually movie night goes a little bit later. So we often skip books on Sunday. And then also a Wednesday night usually goes a little bit later because we have life group. So we usually don't do books on Wednesday either. But all the other days we'll read. And then, then he gets, potty, brushes his teeth, gets in bed, and we do, prayers, and then he goes to bed. Also, I guess not on times when we're Zooming and things, but usually at dinner time. One thing we like to do is we usually do highs and lows, and we like to talk about our days and what we're going to do the next day. So that's just some conversation starter ideas for dinner. There is Sunday. And as far as then, once he's asleep, I'll go ahead and I didn't write them down, but I'll go ahead and tell you what we do. Sunday, I usually it's important during this time to make sure you're still scheduling in self-care. I've talked to some other mamas who have kind of realized that they have been leaving that out. They forgot to add that in now that life looks different. So it's important to make sure you still make time for that. So Sunday evenings, that's usually when I make time to for myself to have like a bath and read and like a bath bomb, things like that. So I do that. And then after, while I'm doing that, my husband's usually like listening to a podcast or watching a YouTube video or whatever. And then once I'm done, we usually get together. We might watch a little King of the Hill. We've been watching through that. And then we go to bed. Now looking at Monday. All right. Monday we don't sleep in during the week, Monday through Friday. I mean, it's still probably for some people sleeping in, but our sleeping in is on the weekends. And this is like a normal, we usually, even when we weren't at home, my son and I would usually get up around 9 or a little bit before. So this has kind of been the same. And my husband still gets up a little bit earlier than this to then just walk over to his desk and start working. So maybe like at 8:30, and then we get up at 9. We start doing our morning things and leaving things again. While my son is doing these things, it takes him longer. So once I'm done getting ready, getting dressed and doing my morning things, then I will work on folding clothes while I listen to a podcast while he finishes up. Because again, he's eating breakfast and I'm not, so I have a little bit more time. I get my things done and then I do folding and a podcast. By 10 o'clock, now here's where I fit in the school. So from 10 through 11, we're doing our school, which we use My Father's World, and I'm also using habit training, which is, I've shown you before, like this curriculum here, laying down the rails. So anyway, we do a little of that. We do, it's mostly My Father's World during that time, though. That's covering his Bible, language arts, just all his subjects in My Father's World. It covers everything. And then at noon, we also use Matthew C curriculum for his math. So we're doing school this chunk, and then we do math at the end. On Mondays, he watches the instructional video, and then I guide him through the first 2 worksheets because each week is a new subject matter. So we watch the instructional video together, then I help him work through the first 2 worksheets. At 1 o'clock, we have laundry and karate. This day we do lunch a little bit later because karate is scheduled for 1. But anyway, and that's normally we'll eat lunch around 1. But so we'll go down in the basement. I'll get some laundry started, and he'll work on his karate video. 2 o'clock we have lunch. 3, in theory, is when I try to do grocery pickup. But as things are now, it's just a free-for-all, and I've been finding I've been having to go out more, even though I would normally go once a week. Like this week in particular, I've gone out 3 times just trying to find enough to make one grocery run, because I'll go to one store and they'll have 10 things out of stock that was on my list. I might get like 2 items. I'll have to make another pickup run. I get a few little items there. They're also rationing everything, so you can only get 2 of each thing, and et cetera, et cetera. So it's been kind of, another part-time job, just trying to manage getting groceries for our household, which I know is, I'm not even going to complain because I know people have it a lot worse right now, and we have enough food. We're not starving, and everybody's kind of dealing with the same issue. But anyway, I try to, maybe try to get a pickup there in theory. And then there's also some time for free play. 4 o'clock, once I have all those groceries home, is when I will work on food prep. And then I like to do the kids' kitchen then, where we might do something together. Coming up, I know we're going to try to we're going to do some peanut butter Rice Krispie treats. Just something that, a fun thing that we can make together or learn together in the kitchen. 5 p.m. outside play, and then I actually have been working through my MacArthur Bible handbook, working on reading that while I'll sit outside on the bench with him and he'll play outside while I read. 6 p.m. dinner, 7 p.m. I usually try to, if we can, get some family to video chat with us, and then it's into evening things again. On Monday nights, in our evening time, we have time to maybe play computer games or watch a movie. That's my husband and I. Just some free time for that kind of thing. Sometimes I would say puzzling, but right now we're just putting that off because the puzzle table has now become his, work office. But we have plenty of other things to keep us occupied. So that is Monday. On Tuesday, again, 9 a.m., morning things and leaving things, where I'm folding and listening to a podcast. Then we go into school. We get the school work done. And also, I actually don't know if I wrote that down for Monday. I mean, I guess I did write it down, but I forgot to mention that during one of, he'll have like a break. And during that time, I try to listen to my Calm app, which is like about 10 minutes for that. And I usually give him like 15-minute recess or something. So then I make time to listen to a Calm app. And then, let's see. So noon, we're still doing math. He works on his math worksheets. At this point, Monday he already watched the video. We worked through the first two worksheets together. So by Tuesday, he usually understands the concept enough to do the worksheets on his own. So then we'll go downstairs. He'll work on these worksheets while I do a little workout. 1 p.m. we have lunch. And then for my workout, I usually will do like a little workout video or something like that. And there's plenty of that stuff online right now. 2 p.m. laundry and read aloud. We just finished Stuart Little. We are now starting Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So I'll just get some laundry going, and then I'll read again while he either works on puzzling, kinetic sand, Play-Doh, something like that while I read to him. 3 p.m. free play and read on his own time. So I'll give him a little bit of time to play, and then he needs to read a little bit in his own book. Right now he's still been reading through the How to Train Your Dragon series. He's towards the end of book 5 right now. Honestly, this is usually a good time where I might get a shower or something like that while he's doing some of his own reading. 4 p.m. a video play date with a friend or friends. Usually maybe they'll set them up with some Legos or blocks or something that they can kind of talk about or play with while they talk to each other. But this is a good way for him to still get some social play date time. 5 p.m. outside play. Again, I'm kind of reading my Bible study. 6 p.m. dinner. 7 p.m. This is, he gets a shower, and that's when I can work on some of my to-do things while he's in the shower. And 8 p.m. again with evening things. Let's see. And then my husband and I usually will just watch YouTubes in the evening and then go to bed. Okay, on Wednesday, again, 9 a.m., morning things and leaving things. I'm folding, listening to a podcast. Now, Wednesdays, we don't school. We only school 4 days a week. And I decided to just keep with that schedule, picking the 2 days we wanted to school. And I like Wednesday as kind of like a midweek break. So we just school 4 days and get it all done then. And Wednesday, we're off. So the schedule looks a little bit different. 10 a.m. he has free play, and that gives me some planning time. 11 a.m. I do work with him some on life skills. For example, right now, and it doesn't have to take this whole hour. Again, we might, last time I did this, we worked on it for 30 minutes. But, you can only keep his attention on one particular task so long anyway. For example, we were working on practicing tying his shoes, which has still been kind of a struggle. He actually gets it, but for some reason it still doesn't quite stay tied, or it doesn't quite I don't think he does it quite right yet. So we're still working on that. And that's one of our life skills we've been working on. So we'll do that at 11. Noon, I will let him have time to watch a show. Let's see, what day is this? Wednesday. So he has been watching Winnie the Pooh, the Book of Pooh, I think. I want to say it's on Disney Plus. So he's been watching through that right now. And then I'm working on doing some more planning or things I need to work on. 1 p.m. lunch, 2 p.m. Again, go down, do some laundry, and then he is doing PE with Joe, which is a YouTube channel, to get some PE in. 3 p.m. free play, and I work on my just different projects. 4 p.m. is chore day and cleaning. I have things I do for cleaning every Wednesday, and then he has a set list of his chores that he has to do. So on chore day, he needs to make sure he goes through all these steps, clean the playroom, picking up all the toys and stuff, pick up the schoolroom and his bedroom, organize his desk, hand vac where I need him to hand vac, usually around the table and underneath the table and stuff, because he always has lots of crumbs. And then put away his clothes. So I usually save out his clothes, and then when it comes Wednesday or Friday, I give them to him in a basket, and he works on putting them away. And then I'll always have an option for a bonus chore, like a chore of the day. So that gives me some flexibility on, oh, I actually need him to do this today or whatever. Then he has that. Once he completes all of the stars, then we did actually make a little chore chart, which I think has been working better for his age than the financial peace junior kind of board we were trying, which is fine. I think we'll use it in the future. But for now, I think this is just more at his level, and it's more tangible. Anyway, and it's more fun because there's stickers. Anyway, if he finishes, he has to finish everything on here, and then he gets a sticker. And then one sticker is, for completing the chore day, is equal to $2. So if you think about it, it's like, like a $4 a week allowance. If he does them all, he has to still do his things to get them. And then it's just, he keeps stickers too, and he just keeps saving. And then when he actually wants to cash out, then whatever that amount is, it's easy to look and just count by twos. 10%, then he will need to have for giving, like for church or whatever, and then 10% for saving when he cashes out. But then the rest he can have for spending. That's just what we're doing right now for our chore day. And then while he's working, he has a task. We put on music, and I'm cleaning too. That's usually, Wednesdays is usually when I tackle bathrooms, and dusting and watering the plants. Those are my main chores for Wednesday. After getting that done, 5 p.m. is outside play, and I still have Bible study. I read. 6 p.m. dinner, and then our church has been great, and they've been putting out a little video each week for the kids to watch since, our activities at the church aren't happening. Church isn't happening at the church anymore. So they've been really great and accommodating about making videos and stuff for everyone. And it's been really nice. So we let him watch the little video they had put out that week. It's just a good time to watch it. He watches it at dinner time while we eat. And then after dinner, my husband and I have our life group on Zoom, which again is our just church group. And usually our son will just play inside, or he'll go outside where, we can kind of see him out. We'll just be sitting at the table with our computer with life group, and then he'll be outside playing or playing on the deck like that while we do life group. And then evening things. And Wednesday nights, I usually try to make some time to maybe call my mom some nights, or some Wednesdays. We also watch This Is Us and The Connors. We always watch everything a day after, because we watch it on the streaming device, and we always found that it just is better. It doesn't cut off the end and stuff if we just wait till the next day, because it's not like DVRing it. Anyway, rambling. Bottom line is, that's when we watch This Is Us and The Connors, and then we go to bed. Thursday, again, same 9 a.m., morning things, leaving things. I work on folding, listen to a podcast. 10 a.m., we start school. Have my comm app during recess. Still doing school. And then at noon, I do my workout while he is working on his math, which is still part of school. And then we do lunch. 2 p.m. he has a meeting that he does once a week on online. And then 3 p.m. laundry and read aloud. So you can see we kind of do a switch every other. So like one day we'll do laundry and read aloud, and the next day he'll have laundry and exercise, PE with Joe or karate or whatever. So laundry, read aloud, and then 4 p.m. He watches. I'll set him up with a homeschool pop and some SciShow Kids. These are both YouTube channels that are really good and educational. So he will watch some of that. And again, it doesn't have to be the full hour for any of these, but he'll watch these during this time, and I'll work on some projects. And sometimes it is, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I just let him watch the full hour. But again, these are educational and fun, and you're doing what you got to do right now. 5 p.m. outside play. I will usually work on reading some pins, researching recipes right now, etc., especially with eating a lot more at home. 6 p.m. dinner. 7 p.m. I like the first and third Thursday, I'll do a mom's night in, and my husband on the second and fourth will have a dad's night in. So sometimes he will like video chat with some friends. I sometimes there's like a video book club I do, or just to have some time for myself. Again, this is that self-care that I was talking about earlier, so that gives us some of our own time while the other parent is being with my son, either so he can have some free play, and then that'll go into evening things during that 7-8 p.m. time. Thursday night, we watch American Housewife and go to bed. Now, I haven't been saying, obviously, this is really just my schedule and my son's. My husband is still able to work. He is working from home. So again, he will be working this huge chunk of time and, joins us for dinner, basically. Sometimes he'll go out during his workday and go for a walk, where he kind of gets his outside and exercise time. So he will do that and then joins us more for the evening things. Friday, 9 a.m., morning things, evening things, folding podcast. 10 a.m. got the school again, like the same days with the workout and the math worksheets, lunch. And then this time, 2 p.m. is laundry and kids yoga. We've been doing cosmic yoga, which is his favorite, and it's really cool. I actually just had a half hour, just 2 videos. They're usually about 15 minutes each. And I projected, I cast 2 of the YouTube videos. That's where we get it, but I guess you can also get it on, I want to say Amazon Prime. I'm not sure, but yeah, we watch it on YouTube. And anyway, I put up 2 videos, and he was begging to watch more. So he actually did 45 minutes of yoga this last Friday, and wanted to do more after that. But I actually cut him off at 45 minutes to, keep him eager for it. So we've been doing that on Fridays, and we've done some kids yoga in the past, but I have to say, once finding this cosmic yoga channel, it's been his absolute favorite, because she actually does fun stories as she's going through the yoga. It's really cool. I would suggest checking it out. 3 p.m. free play and for a little while, and then again some of his own reading time. And I'll usually shower, and so he'll just have some time to read on his own. 4 p.m. chore day, cleaning. So this is like Wednesday. He has those same chores again. My chores are a little different. I usually do floors on Friday, so vacuuming, mopping, a little bit in the kitchen, and wiping the tables and stuff like that. So main chores on Wednesday and Friday, and he works as well. 5 p.m. outside play. I'll usually just have some personal reading. I'm still trying to read through Girls Club right now. It's just, I don't know, I haven't really got into it yet. I'm still trying to make myself get through it. I don't know. So far, it's not really relatable so far, which I know people will gasp or something. Everybody loves Sally Clarkson, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get more into it. I just maybe haven't given it enough of a try. But so far, it's not super relatable. They're like traveling all the time, not really something. It's not really what my life looks like, but it's interesting enough. I'm trying to get through it. That is what I'm reading right now. I'm sure there's plenty of people on here that love it, so I'm going to stop talking. Again, I'm coming off of reading Educated, which I really loved. I don't know. So now every book is going to pale in comparison. Okay, so just outside play for him. I'm reading. 6 p.m. dinner. 7 p.m. Oh, yes. Usually let my son like FaceTime with the grandparents and just have like a video chat time. And then evening things. And then Friday night, oh yeah, we watch Grey. Or Mandalorian when it's on, but that's done now. So yeah, we have Grey, and then we do whatever. I mean, it may be some more YouTubes or whatever. We stay up a little bit later on Friday since it's the weekend, and again we sleep in on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, so speaking of Saturday, yes, sleeping in 9 a.m. We put on Mr. Rogers, old school Mr. Rogers. We all enjoy. We'll kind of sleep in or watch with him. And then 10 a.m. morning things. Usually this is also when my son gets a shower. And then does leaving things. 11 a.m. through noon, that is dad-son time. So that is when they work on science projects together. They will do a Wonderwall activity, which I've talked about Wonderwall on here before. And then they will just do another activity that we got planned, or for example, today's Saturday, so right now the activity was they're doing some Learn to Draw Dragons book activity, and I know they're putting these tattoo stickers on the rocks that he painted. Anyway, so that's some activity time for them to do. And while they're doing that, I work on meal planning, making a grocery list, editing or filming video, etc. And just kind of having some time to get all the stuff I need to get done. And let's see, that continues actually through 2 o'clock. We have lunch, which we're about to have now. We need to get on that. And then after lunch, we go back to doing the same stuff. 4 o'clock, we have outside play, 4 through 5, 6 p.m., and I'll get out and try to play too some there, and we just get some outside time. Then we have dinner. Then we have game night together as a family. And still my son's, well, all of us, honestly, have been really enjoying Catan Junior. So we've been playing that almost exclusively. We might try some other things, but we've really been playing Catan Junior lately. So we'll have a game night and then evening things. And again, Saturday we stay up a little bit later. My husband and I will usually watch YouTubes. We each have YouTube channels that we enjoy to watch together, and we'll just, cast and have a YouTube party basically and watch together. And then we go to bed and we start all over again with the Sunday. So that is, for now, our quarantine schedule. So take what you will of it, use what you want. Again, there's still plenty of leeway in here. But it's just a nice, outline to the day. And so you don't feel like, oh, what day is it? Just drifting throughout life while at home during this time. I know for sure that we are in a stay-at-home order through April 30th, I believe, so the rest of this month. And then, of course, the way things are looking, who knows what May brings. And, when you hear them talking about mail-in ballot potential for November because of this virus, well, that's just depressing. So this is just the year of this virus, I suppose. And we just all have to make the best of it. And just trying to give ourselves a little bit of order in our days is one way to help. So I hope that helps guide anybody looking for that. Thank you for coming to my channel and watching. We will see you again next time. I put out new videos every Monday. And thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.